Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Eniel. I'm right here introducing the build of an Active Directory environment. Um, we'll be developing a lab in which we're going to have a setup for either home lab, and it will be done for testing as a testing environment. We will have many other machines, including a Windows 2019 computer domain server, two Windows 10 computers for user machines, a Windows 10 Pro base as the home base machine, which will be hosting the virtualization. We'll have a Kali Linux attack machine, and the recommended specs for this lab will be 80 gigabytes disk space, 20 gigabytes each machine, 16 gigabytes of RAM, 2 gigs of RAM for each um, base OS. So in the development of this lab, we'll be presenting you the many steps in different videos. It will be a playlist hosted on YouTube to help out cybersecurity students that either want to start testing attacks to practice at home on how to exploit an Active Directory environment, which I will be performing different attacks like cover roasting, pass the hash, pass the golden ticket, pass the silver ticket, and we'll be exploiting some of these vulnerabilities and also certificate attacks, which will be presenting during this lab. But the first part is to put the lab together, and then after that, we'll be developing another series of videos named attacks, which will involve different attacks on this environment and so on. So with that being said, this is the introduction of my lab environment, pretty simple. And I will be just building up as I go and posting up videos to this playlist. Once again, I just wanted to clarify, these are going to be the specs for this lab. And here I am, just wanted to clarify the image a little more. So the overview will be Windows 10 Pro base as foundation, one Windows 2019 server for the domain controller, two Windows 10 computers for users' machines, a Kali box to attack, and these are the recommended spec. 80 gigs of disk space, each of 20, 16 gigs of RAM, each of, plus base OS. So let's start developing this lab. It's going to be developed in VMware, by the way. And from that, we'll be introducing to more features of how we can develop Active Directory environment, joining different aspects of the domain and developing a forest and ultimately emulating a real company in the scenario so we can start doing either attacks and finding vulnerabilities and start putting in together some configurations that will make life more difficult for an attacker to move around this thing. The next thing to do is on these steps, I will walk you through on how to get VMware workstation for Windows in this or whatever your type of environment is, and also on how to download the eval for the Windows Server 19, which we're going to be using, and as well. And then we're going to start deploying our first machine, server machine, to then deploy the Active Directory. So let's really quick go into the link for VMware Station, and I'll give you some instructions how to go to this. And there's going to be a link on the description for the video. Let me switch screens. All right, so that's the share. So on this link right here, which is on VMware products desktop, what you're going to do, you're gonna come over here, desktop hypervisor, and then it'll give you the options to download either the Linux version or the Windows version. So the Workstation Pro is now for free. It's actually distributed by a new company named Broadcom that took over from VMware. Actually, they bought them out, and just to have a download, you have to simply click on here, and then it'll give you a sign in to Broadcom account. So on this one, you will have to make an account and sign up and go through the steps, and then you'll be able to get your download. And then all you're gonna do is to execute the file, the download file in your environment, and boom, you will have VMware up and running. If anything, I might find a quick video and post it on the links so you don't have trouble deploying this. And once it's deployed, you will have a interface similar to the one I just showed on the screen. Let me see. Let me go back into my hypervisor. And yeah, you're ready to cook. Simple as that. So the next link we're going to click will be a link for our server. So let me see quickly. Maybe I'll be able to show you from the click of a button. All right, so from right here, I have the link to the side for the download. And all you got to do is this. It'll go out there into Microsoft. And from here, you'll be able to just go into the browser and start downloading your instance for this Windows server instance that we need. A new link, which I'm going to be using. So quickly, let's just go through over again and go into the page of this. So from right here, this is what I'm presented, and the new link will just send me over here at this page. And this one will definitely give us a registration for a image. Will be a free trial for today, and it'll last about a couple of 100 days, usually 3 months. So let's go into our information. We can just place anything, and we really don't need much. Let me just give them some blemish. We're not going to give too much info. This field is required. We'll do United States. Let's see which ones we're missing. We'll do an email. And over here, job role, student. I'm only going to give them the necessary for the land, company size one. Or numbers. Let's see if that goes through. Okay, so there we have it. And this time we can just do the ISO download because we're doing it on a machine. Let's trash this one. And then we'll go back into our lab to then issue this one. Okay, so now let's go into a new machine. So now we're going to use the correct. We'll select Windows 19 Server desktop experience, hit next. Right, give it a second. So it's asking us for the license again. Let's see if we can get a work around this. Okay, so let's restart the initialization of this new machine. Hit next. Let's go back. Let's see custom advanced, typical recommended. So install operating system later. That could be an option, but for right now, let's just find our recently download server image, which should be fine. And then hit next. These keys right here and the password, we can ignore this, but over here we will need to do a standard. So data center core with standard core, and then we'll go into it, and then let's just change the name and let's say domain controller IP directory, and then hit next. Keep on 60 because I have enough space, and then let's customize the hardware, 2 GB of memory and 2 processors. That's about right. And then we're gonna use NAT to use the same IP address as the host, but my NAT is WM net one. So I hit that one. So automatically it will just go to that, and then just close because we're not adding anything else, and then just finish it. And let's have this machine going. Let's hit enter because that's one of the steps, and let's farewell on our way. All right, so on this one, we're gonna start when I hit the standard evaluation desktop experience, we'll hit next. Okay, so we are having the same issue on this. So your computer won't be safe. Okay, so can I just ignore it? Let me see if it goes through. Instead of starting. Omit most of the window graphical environment. Let me see. Evolution environment consuming extra drive space. It can be useful for if you want to use a window desktop. Then 2019 evaluation is recommend omit all the Windows graphical environment managed with command prompt, and then the another option for data center evaluation desktop. Okay, let's see which one goes through. All right, so let's pause right here and figure out the work around this because it's definitely not moving. All right, so this right here, quickly keeping it real. This is an interesting point. If you will be deploying this lab, you probably run into the license key issue, which is giving me right now, but let's try a workaround for this machine. Let's just redo it over again. Not with this one. We'll deploy it this time without the image that we downloaded. We'll do the installation later and see what we get. So hit next. So over here on the install the operating system from the ISO, we're not going to use it right now. So we'll start the operating system later. Hit next is a Microsoft Windows Server 2019, which is what we have. And the name, we'll do AD domain controller. Just to have that. And then the default can be changed. So right, we'll just keep it where it's at. We'll keep 60 and let's say store virtual disk on a single file, split virtual disk on multiple files. I've been doing multiple files, so that should be fine. On this one, usually we're gonna go down to 2 GB of memory, but for the sake of installation, I can actually afford giving it a quick, faster installation and then 2 cores of processors. and then we'll find my NAT switch, which is a custom one. If you have just a regular, you want to just select NAT, but mine will has given me issues because I have to select a special VM NAT switch that I created, and for that we'll be just going through it. So since the server has been created, we'll hit finish, and let's go ahead and shut down this one because I do not need it for now. Let's just power up for now, and maybe remove it from here so we have no confusion. So right now what we have is this shell actually done. So what we're gonna just install the private key on the go. So what we need to do next on this, we'll have to um, go into our machine and then find our settings and hard disk, the VM, SATA, auto detect. All right, so we'll use the ISO image now to use the bypass. I don't know about this advanced option. For now, I know I can do a quick bypass and go and now select my downloaded image. So I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use this, which is required now. So we'll do okay on this. And now it's edited. So this should bypass those question asks, and then let's just hit, and then let's see if we can successfully move on forward with this troubleshooting. All right, it seems to be doing better. Give it a second and then hit next and install now. I guess we're on our way and that should work for us. So I'll be coming back after this is installed because it might take some time. So we're going to do the server standard evaluation because we need the graphical interface. Accept the license, go and then custom install. Use all 60 gigabytes. And yeah, we're on our way. So we'll get back once this is moving forward. Okay, so the installation was successfully done. And for right now, all I have to do after the screen jumped was to set up a secure password for this domain controller. So we'll keep moving forward with this installation because now we have to do some configurations inside the environment. So we'll make a decision if we will just like keep this one as the intro and keep shorter videos, or I will just keep going and do the configuration right off the bat on this one.